We are live this
Hey.
evening. Welcome out. We'll give it a few minutes for folks to jump on as we prepare for our 1 week until we kick off on the Appalachian Trail. You ready?
I'm ready. Yeah. I gotta be. Ready or not, here we go.
Yeah, and I think tonight what we're going to do is we're going to have walk through a couple of different elements. We'll walk through our actual itinerary some. We'll talk about this next week and what this week looks like for us. And then, even our transportation of getting there. What does that look like? Our unique approach to doing the approach, I guess you could say,
Yeah.
that we're going to do. And then, we'll walk through a little bit of itinerary through the Smokies. We've planned out really through the Smokies right now. I guess a little bit past the Smokies, not all the way to Damascus though. We've
Like
kind
Max
of
Patch.
Max Patch. Even past Hot Springs, we've planned out some.
That's right.
So we're gonna kind of walk through that some this evening, giving folks a little bit of time here on Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
Our 1 week out until we leave, not till we hit the trail, but 1
Yeah.
week out until we leave. Actually, at this time, we'll be already in Georgia. Yeah, we'll be in North Georgia, getting ready for hitting the trail. So as folks are jumping on, just a quick, I've said this already, but just so you know, we're going to be walking through itinerary a little bit this evening, and we're going to actually talk through our week of heading into and transportation to Amicalola, where we're going to kick off on our Nobo adventure. So yeah, but it's been a wild 2 weeks, I think, since we did our live last, and in between that weekend we did the live, and then now we actually we crewed for my brother doing his 100-mile race. He was shooting for a 24-hour, and we got him to the finish line
Crushed it.
under 24.
Yeah.
And I say we because we crewed for him and both did 10 miles with him.
Lots of fun.
It was, and ours were the middle of the night sections we did with him. So it was a lot of fun. A lot of our family went out and did little sections with him.
Yeah, his kids.
Yeah, both his kids did it. So it was
Brother,
fun.
kids,
It was kind of a
sister-in-law.
pre-trail training, I guess, for us. Kind of a little bit of a last-minute push, and it was nice to hit some miles in. No packs on, but just middle of the night, being up all day, and
Still
then
a challenge.
with him.
Yeah.
What was crazy was I did the last 10 miles with him, and those last 10, for me, I felt like I did 100 miles, and he was still going strong. So it was awesome. It was a good little training for us. So that was last weekend. This weekend, we're kind of getting the last minute stuff together, preparing. It's Friday the 13th, and then Valentine's Day weekend, and then my mom's birthday's coming up. So we have a lot of family stuff we're gonna be doing. But we hit the trail really a week from tomorrow. We'll hit the approach.
Yes.
So our trail will kick off a week from Sunday, which is wild.
Officially on the AT.
Yeah.
A week from Sunday.
So tonight what I want to do, we want to walk through a little bit of what this week looks like, walk through our itinerary, our plans. It's all tentative. Everything will likely change.
Yeah.
As you follow our vlogs. Also tonight we'll walk through our vlogging plan so you know what that looks like for those of you who, friends and family who want to follow along, or just if you're part of the Appalachian Trail community and you're following along, we're going to walk through what that plan looks like and what to expect from our vlogging. And then we'll talk a little bit tonight. I'll finish off talking about the Kids on Trail program that we're doing, which is picking up a lot of momentum that we're finding. So to begin with, let's start with our week heading into the leaving. I guess we've got everything kind of wrapped up and ready to go. I have a project that I'm working on. I got to finish up. That'll finish up this weekend into early this next week. And then it's kind of final. We're going to do one more unpack everything.
Go through all our gear.
Go through all of our gear, cut out what we don't need. We've done it mentally, and some we've pulled things as we thought about it. We've changed things out, but we're going to do a final
Complete.
touch everything, make sure we have everything. Do we need it? Do we not need it? And we've gotten some great advice from many of you who are part of the the community out there just making recommendations.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, we appreciate it. It's been very helpful for us. Just as, I mean, we're experienced hikers, but we are, I have a lot of experience backpacking, but my backpacking is weekend to, maybe a full week here and there, but most of it was more 3 to 4 days. Christy
First
has
through
minimal
hike. Yeah.
as far as that's concerned. So, yeah, for as far as like neither one of us have gone more than, I think my longest is 5 days of
Yeah.
backpacking. So we'll be in new territory after
Yeah.
our first resupply. So
Yeah.
it's going to be fun, and we appreciate all the advice because it helps us big time. We've never had to do resupplies, and
Hey, Miss Jenna.
we've had a lot of people who've made some just recommendations on how to do that, where to do that, where to stay.
Yeah.
And so many of you already who've offered to help in many different ways. So we feel like we're on track to have a lot of the stuff we need, but we want to touch everything, make sure everything's ready to go.
Yeah.
And so this week, what this week looks like for us is Christy's wrapping up her job.
I'm working all day Monday through Friday, and we leave
Monday through Thursday.
Monday through Thursday is what I meant to say, and we leave super early Friday.
Yep.
So we'll be busy because
Yeah.
we squeeze everything else we need to do in the evenings.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a few little things we have to wrap up here just with our vehicles and things like that we need to get over where they're going to stay while we're gone. We got some stuff we got to ship to her parents who live up in New Jersey. So we got some final stuff we need to ship up there to them. And
They'll meet us just past halfway,
yep.
and maybe a couple times all the way up to about High Point, New Jersey. That's kind of the section that's a reasonable.
That's the closest to
drive
them.
for them.
Is actually in New Jersey, maybe even closer in some parts of New York, maybe
Yes.
a little bit closer to them, but really from Pennsylvania through possibly Connecticut, they
Yeah.
are available to us, which is nice because it's only a couple hours drive, up to 3 hours of driving.
Yeah.
So that's helpful to have. So we're going to ship some stuff up to them. We got to do that this week, some final stuff. We left some stuff at Christmas time while we were up there, but some final things we need to drop off to them. But yeah, then Friday morning, really early, we will be heading out, leaving Louisiana, where we are. That's where we're from. That's where we're at. We'll be leaving Louisiana and driving to the greater Atlanta area.
Yeah.
And one of the great trail angel for us is her trail name is Georgia. She did this several years ago, and she's letting us stay with her Friday night. Then she's going to take us out to Emekalola on that Saturday. And this is where we're going to do something that's probably a little bit different and unique, I think, than a lot of people do. Is she recommended this actually to us. Her and a couple other hikers are going to be hiking the approach trail, but hiking it in reverse. So they're going to be hiking it down back to the lodge. And so we're going to do on Saturday is we're going to go with them since she's helping us out just as kind of spend some time with her
Yeah.
as the support she's offering to
Yeah.
us. We're going to hike down the approach trail so we get to see the approach, see the falls, and just put our feet to the approach trail. But we're going to be hiking down it instead of up it. So we'll hike down the trail with them. And then the next morning, she's going to come back and pick us up and take us up to the Springer Mountain drop-off, which is you got to hike backwards 1 mile. So we'll hike back a mile and then get on Springer that morning and hit the trail on Sunday. So it'll be fun. So we'll be passing a lot of people. We already know several people who are hiking. They start their trail on Saturday.
Yeah.
So we'll pass them going down as they're going up. We're going to be going down, and they may turn around with us and say, "Hey, let me catch that ride tomorrow morning
Yeah.
from Springer," or up to Springer. So we'll be passing some of you. So if you're watching and you're hiking up on that Saturday, we'll see you out there on trail.
Sweets and thumbs up.
Yeah, you'll see us out there. We'll be very obvious as we're coming down, seeming like we got lost going the wrong direction. But yeah, so that's going to be our Saturday and then Sunday hitting the trail. And what I'd like to do, I thought we could walk through kind of our mileage, not even just mileage, but kind of our plan, our tentative plan on. I'm not going to go through every stop, but kind of give you the general idea, I guess, of where we're going, what we're doing. Then I'll give you the big picture of the big times we expect to hit those different spots. So walking through, I guess it's really kind of February slash Georgia is the reality for us, because for the first, I guess we will be into North Carolina still in February, but we're going to take about 5 days, 5.5 days is what it's going to take us to get through Georgia. And our first actual day, since we're doing the approach on Saturday and not Sunday, our first day, we're only, for us, it'll be on trail miles, like up to AT 8.1. We're gonna go to Hawk Mountain Shelter for our first night, and it'll be 9.1 because we got to hike back that mile, total miles for the day. But as far as our first day, it's going to be a 8-mile on trail day. But that'll be, I guess, kind of our lowest for a while, if depending on down the road for some resupplies and stuff. Then we're going to hit some fairly good size days. We're going to hit a 15, almost 16-mile day, and then almost a 20-mile day, 19-mile day. And then we're going to do that, I guess it's day 4 for us, will be just shy of 10 miles. We're going to call it a Nero. That's a lot of miles for a Nero, or so early on, but we'll call it that. But we're going to do just shy of 10 that day and head into our first resupply. Mm-hmm. And for our family and friends who are watching this who aren't part of the AT community and you don't know this, like, we've had several people ask us, like, how do we carry that much food to last that long? We don't. We resupply. About every 3 to 5 days, we'll be stopping in, resupplying. So our first resupply, we're doing it'll be in Hiawassee, but we're going to stay at Stanimals. And we got 2 nights there, and they're going to slack pack us between Unicoi Gap and Dix Creek trailhead. So they're going to, that's like a 17 something mile, I think, almost 17 miles. I think it's pretty tough too. So, but we're going to be slack packing for that day, which will help us cover that miles pretty quick and fairly light. So
we just have a comment that there should be great weather for pretty much that first whole week.
Yeah.
Except the first day on trail on that Sunday, it should be rainy. So that'll be, all right, here we go.
Kicking it off
with rain.
I don't know if it's supposed to rain that Saturday, but Sunday for sure.
I don't think Saturday. Maybe so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But definitely Sunday, our first day where we're staying in a shelter or tent. Our plan will be to stay at Hawk Mountain Shelter, but just in case there may be a lot of people there from people who are hiking the same kind of plan as us, and on those same days. That's a very popular shelter. But we'll kind of see where we're at. We'll either stay in a tent or that shelter. Be nice if we can get there early enough to stay in the shelter.
Yeah.
So it's we don't get rained on too much. Either mice or rain. I think I'd rather play with the mice than I would get soaking wet on night 1.
I don't know about that. We'll see.
But yeah, I think the weather does look pretty good considering how crazy of a winter we've had. It's gonna be pretty good weather to kick off.
I've heard, you can tell me if you've heard otherwise, that it's still pretty snowy and icy in that area.
I think so. I did see some reports where, like, because they got some rain and warmer weather as well, not as warm as we've had down here, but they got some warmer weather and some rain. I think it washed away some of the ice and snow.
Yeah.
But I imagine there's still some.
We'll let you know.
Up there. And any of you who are from that area, if you're in the real close to the AT there, you may have some insight for us. Let us know what your if you know anything about the ice. We are taking crampons. I keep saying crampons. We're mountain climbers, so crampon. We're taking micro spikes with us, and we'll decide if we need them in that moment or not to take. If not, we're gonna probably leave them with leave them with Georgia. Hello. We'll probably leave them with Georgia and have her ship them to us if we need them as we get to the Smokies or something. So we'll have them available, or we'll just carry them with us. We don't know just yet. They're
a little bit of weight. They're not crazy, but
every ounce counts.
We'd like to not have to carry them if we don't need to, but we'd also rather be safe than sorry.
Yeah, so we're gonna be hitting some, averaging probably 16 to 17 miles through Georgia, which there is some good elevation in Georgia, and we do know we are slack packing one of those where I think a good chunk of that elevation is, but we do know. I think I saw someone say it's a bit ambitious or adventurous or something there. It is. It's a little bit wild. We feel pretty good as far as going in, as far as condition goes. So our long term plan total is to do a 4-month, and is our goal. And we'll see what happens. We'll be able to adjust along the way. Our plans for the 4 months. We are going to take it, for us, we feel like a little bit slow at first, and which sounds crazy. I know a lot of people do 8 to 10
Right.
as slow, but for us, we feel like to be in that 16-mile range, 15 to 16-mile average.
And
is
our
good for
plan
us.
is to hike all day.
Yeah.
We typically, even with those long miles, we typically don't need long breaks in the day. So
Yeah.
we're just working,
Yeah.
7 to 5, 6, all day we're going to be hiking.
Yeah.
So it is a lot of miles, but we don't necessarily have to just book it. And
Yeah.
clearly we'll play it by ear,
Yeah.
see how we feel. We won't overdo it. We won't push ourselves too much.
Yeah, we haven't planned for a 0 at this point in this first chunk that we've kind of lined out. This is all up for, the only thing that we have booked right now is 2 nights at Stanimals in the Hiawassee area. So we've only got those 2 nights booked, and they're pretty early on. That's like night 4 and 5.
Right.
Everything beyond there, we know that this schedule is
Subject to change.
subject to change. So who knows? Like we are very much aware of that. I know a lot of people who've planned out every mile, every stop, and all that, and you I guess you could try to stick to that, but we don't want to be so rigid that we're trying to stick to a piece of paper,
Right.
because our goal is the adventure. So
And it's just not practical.
and yeah, because there may be some times where we're like, let's do more, or we may say let's do less, or let's do this side something along the way. The big goal is we know we need to average over the full length of time. But we do have some people. We lived in the Smoky Mountain area on the Tennessee side for about 5 years, and so we have a lot of connections on that side of the mountain, those sides of the mountains, and so we have friends and several friends who've offered to help us out along the way through there. So once we get kind of into the Smokies, we've got some good support, even in North Carolina. Georgia is kind of a warm up into North Carolina, Tennessee, as you head into the Smokies.
But we have.
So it's tougher, but we have good.
We already have a few people, like you
Yeah.
said, the first week who are offering to help between
Yeah.
shuttling, a place to stay.
Yep.
We have a couple of people who are helping us shuttle, maybe pick up some resupply. So that's nice.
Yeah. So even the people, like new people we've met so far,
Right.
who want to help us through like Georgia, maybe Southern North Carolina, and then we have people through the Smokies that have offered to help. We have people who, as we get out of the Smokies, are looking to help us out. So
And
it's
friends and family in Pennsylvania, New Jersey.
Yep. So for those of you who are watching and you're part of the trail community and you're along the way, feel free to reach out to us. We'd love to connect. Because any of the help, we'll take all the help we can get.
Yeah.
And if it works out, we'd love to meet people along the way too, as much as we can to connect along the trail. But our plan right now, so like we'll hit that North Carolina border sometime around around day 5.5-ish or so. And then really our goal then is looking at when do we get to the Smokies is probably the next big. So we're shooting for right now, March 4th is when we'll arrive at Fontana. So that's 11 days in, which is pretty quick. It's not, we watched a guy early on who's a Wolfie who he started out at the beginning of January and had to get off trail, but he was doing like 20-mile days starting out. We won't be doing that. But we will have those bigger days. So about day 11, we should hit Fontana. And at that point, we'll know, we're planning to go pretty quick through the Smokies. We've hiked a lot in the Smokies. I've done a lot of winter climbing in the Smokies, or hiking in the Smokies as well. I do know it's slower moving, especially if there's snow. And so we'll see what that looks like at that point. to know how many days is it going to take us to. You'll have to read them to me.
Okay.
I can't see it there.
It's a great place to have built-in trail angels. Yes, it is. It's a beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful place and tough. So it'll be a lot of work.
Yeah.
Gatlinburg is our favorite. Are you gonna go straight through instead?
Yeah, so we aren't. A lot of people I know get off at what's the Newfound Gap that's there, and go down into Gatlinburg. It'll kind of depend what weather looks like, what the trail looks like. Our current plan is we're gonna push through on a single resupply. We'll carry what we need for the Smokies and push through the Smokies. And then we have a friend who lives just outside of the Pigeon Forge area, and he's offered us to stay at his house that night, help us resupply. I want to make him take me and go get a steak after we finish the Smokies. And so he's offered to let us stay at his house, nice, warm house with a bed and a shower, and we'll get resupplied and then get a nice meal that evening. So that's it when we get to I-40 coming down.
And there's someone who said to let them know when we get under I-40,
Yeah.
and they'll meet and provide some like hearty snack, like food
Yeah.
and stuff like that, because then it's a little bit of a trek.
Yeah.
like, tough.
Yeah,
uphill.
coming out of, you come down out of the Smokies pretty hard. I've done that hike a few times, coming down off Mount Camerer on that side, and it's pretty. You drop a lot of elevation down to the interstate, and then you're going back up to Max Patch at that point. So it's definitely, you're doing some climbing
Yeah.
through there.
And when we hit Fontana Dam, that should be when we have friends.
Don't know yet
area,
on that
or
one.
No, we're not.
Yeah.
So we're not sure exactly where we'll stay once we hit Fontana Dam.
Yeah, not sure on Fontana yet. I know there's some hostels there, I believe, that are pretty close by. There is the Fontana Hilton, I think, which
Yeah.
is it's like the really nice shelter
Yeah.
that's there right on the water. We don't know yet on that one. That'll probably depend on how rough our stretch is through that North Carolina piece, going over like Wyabald and that section through there. If it wears us out from some ice and snow, or just because we're pushing too hard or whatever, we might stay at a hostel or something there. I don't know that we'll stay at the lodge if it's. Some of you may know this, if it's even open yet. I think it's sometimes questionable when they open there at
I didn't see
Fontana,
that.
at the
I'll
marina
look into that
area.
yet.
There's like a lodge that's right there, but I don't know if they'll be open yet. But yeah, maybe the hostel that's there, not sure. But our as far as we plan out, really it takes us through hot springs. And some of that is because of some logistics we're having to work out. We have some friends there who have, Christy has to take certain medicines, and
Has to be refrigerated.
and her medicine has to be refrigerated, and we have to pick that up from them at a certain time to be able to carry it a certain, and they're going on vacation, so we're trying to coordinate that.
The logistics of all
we
that.
try to know that we're going to be around that hot springs area on day 17 for us, March 10th, and so that's as far as we've kind of laid out as far as dates go that are hard line. This is where we're shooting for. But some of the things that because we do have some people in Virginia too who want to who are interested in like helping us out. Some old friends of Christie's, and then some people that they're connected through my family that want to help us out along the way. And they're like in the Virginia and in the first part of Pennsylvania area, which is nice to have some support through there. But we don't know, we haven't lined all that out yet. We're just
Right.
going to let that stuff play out as it plays out. But there are a few things that we're shooting for us is we're kind of, Damascus is going to be once we hit Damascus, I think we'll start kicking it in based on what our bodies feel like. Like if we can do long days, we'll do long days. The Virginia section for us, we want to try to do good miles through Virginia. We met in Virginia in grad school, and we've done a lot of hiking up there. And so for us, Virginia will be kind of a cool place to be in. But it's
Very pretty,
it's the longest state that you go through.
Yeah.
But for us, Virginia, that's when we'll start kicking it in and probably have a little bit longer miles. But we're shooting for sometime around my birthday, which my birthday is April 1st, April Fool's Day. Sometime around that time frame, we're shooting for McAfee Knob. We've done that before. We've done the Triple Crown. It's one of the backpacking trips we've done together, and we're shooting for that around my birthday time. Really, probably more like closer to Easter. And
Yeah,
then
a little
we'll probably, if we do a 0, it might be on that Easter Sunday. I think we're going to try to go into Roanoke area.
wherever we are.
Yeah, wherever we are in that area for Easter Sunday. And hop off trail, wash some clothes maybe before, and then if they
Yeah, we don't want to offend
we
everybody.
don't want to offend anyone, but it'd be nice to just have an be at an Easter service on Easter Sunday, if we can make that work out. We feel like we'll be close to Roanoke, so it'd be nice to do that if we can. And then really like the other big places, like we've hit some guesstimates on Harper's Ferry sometime toward the end of April, and like the official halfway point being sometime before we get out of April would be nice if we can do that. We'll see. But High Point, New Jersey, where her parents are, it's about a 2-hour drive from her family. We'll be in early May around High Point. Mount Greylock, which is further down trail, sometime in late May, and then our plan is to be at the first part of June to be at Mount Washington. And that will all depend on so many factors.
Oh, yeah.
But if we can be at the first part of June, be to Mount Washington, then that puts us at a really good shot at hitting our 120-day target, our goal for the 120 days. Again, if it's faster, great. If it's slower, we're okay with that some. But ideally, unless there's some kind of, physical situation going on or for some reason we need to not be moving fast,
If we can safely stay at our goal or close to it, that's what we're going to aim to do.
Yeah.
We really don't want to slow down unless we have to.
Yeah. But we have a little bit of a buffer there at the end if we need it there at the end of June. But we're shooting for being done in 120 days.
Yeah.
And then we'll head back, and we'll actually go back through Jersey, see her family, and then head back home. So this is all up in the air on what each day will look like. Even the part that we've planned out, who knows if we follow that plan or not. But ideally, that would be our start and kickoff. And so, so the first 200 miles, I guess we kind of have laid out a little more than 200 because we get past Klingman's by that point. But the other 2,000 are what they are. We'll figure those out as they come.
Yeah. But you can watch along.
Yeah, for sure.
Starting March 1st.
Yeah, so the part of it, we've been asked, like, when are we starting? We've been pretty public with our start date. We're very comfortable with that.
Yeah.
I know typically a lot of people who are filming don't like to give out their start date, especially females who are hiking solo. They don't like, because a lot of the vloggers out there, I would say more than half are females, and it's probably best for them not to give out their start dates. But for us, we're very comfortable. She's got a lot of muscle, so I'm not scared. I'm not worried about it. But I think just us being together, we're not as, maybe you might be concerned. I don't feel concerned about it for us. So we are starting on the 22nd is our start date. We'll hit the AT, but then videos won't come out until March 1st. So for those of you who know that we're hitting the trail on the 22nd, there will be that week delay. So you're gonna have to be patient with us for the week. We will drop a video sometime during that week that I'll have scheduled already out there for you to see, but we'll be on trail. And so our first day of vlogging won't take place until March 1st, where you'll be able to keep track of everything because we have to upload videos and stuff. So we need that week delay. And we don't even need it up front. We'd be okay in the southern part. It's at the end of the trail. We need that week so that when we're hiking through some of those spots, we won't have any service. to be able to upload. We need that time frame, that buffer, for us to have those videos.
Yes, we are scheduling them to post 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yes.
5 a.m.
5 a.m. Eastern time. That's correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have them set early so that if you are, if you
go to the gym at 5:30 like me, Kristen.
Yeah, you'll be able to catch that early morning.
If you go before 5, I'm sorry. You'll be a day behind.
That's right. We are shooting as far as
every day.
Yeah, there'll be videos every day. And for us, our vlogging plan, we can kind of talk through that some.
Yeah.
You can expect probably, depending on the day, anywhere from 15 minutes to 25 minutes is my guess on the length of the videos for the day.
Yeah.
So just knowing how we shoot video and what a day looks like, it'll probably be 15 to 25 minutes worth of content. 25 would be if it's a lot of things happening that day. More than likely, we're going to be in that 15 to 18 minute range is my guess. And post it early in the mornings so that people can catch them. And it'll be daily. Every single day we'll have a video. If a video doesn't pop up, that means we had some kind of technical issue that we'll try to get resolved as soon as we can. But but we'll have them scheduled out. So
a week in
advance they'll be scheduled, so there shouldn't be any reason they don't release on time. But yeah, every day dropping a video, 15 to 20 minutes is probably more realistic.
Yeah.
So yeah, editing wise, I'm going to be editing on trail in the evenings. I've gotten pretty fast at editing video. I have a background in some of that, so like video editing is fairly easy for me. So I think that'll help a little bit. We're not doing anything fancy. It's going to be raw and real, cutting clips, and we're not, we'll have some B-roll footage. Our plan is actually for me to focus on capturing the story of the day, and I've asked Christy to capture on her phone separately kind of B-roll footage. And which it's kind of what happens usually when we do mountain climbs and stuff anyway, is I'm recording story and she's recording flowers and water and
I stop and
critters
smell the roses, and then I run and catch up with him.
And then she runs and catches up. So we're kind of just doing what we've always done in that sense. But we're going to try to capture the story of the day, of what that day looks like, and then at the end of the day kind of wind it down of what it looked like. So it's going to be hopefully a new story every day, and the highs, the lows, the fun, the excitement. We'll try to keep it pretty lighthearted.
Yeah.
I'll try not to make her cry too much.
Yeah.
But
too much.
If I can't help it on some of the big climbs, if she sheds a few tears.
You'll probably hear me huffing and puffing.
Yeah. So we're going to keep those pretty simple. And yeah, see a question here about storage for the videos. Yeah. So what we'll do is we have a little device that's a USB drive that plugs straight into the phone, that we will back everything up onto that USB drive and save the videos to that. And I'll keep them on the phone until they get uploaded. Once they're uploaded to YouTube, I'll keep them on the storage device, but take them off the phone. Yeah. And we'll do that consistently until that thumb drive gets full, which we're guessing probably will happen sometime when we get close to her parents, where I'll order a second one and I'll leave that thumb drive with the first half of the trail with them. That way it doesn't get, everything will be uploaded to YouTube, but we can keep all of our raw footage with her parents, just kind of as a backup plan.
Yeah, good questions, Laura.
Yeah, but it's about I'm doing a half of a terabyte. It's the 512 megabytes that we're doing. I'll do two of those. I think a terabyte will be enough to keep all that, both the created videos plus the raw footage. We'll have to see. We may end up needing 3 of them since we're both taking video. But from what I've read and seen, I feel like a terabyte would be enough for the full trail for us. So yeah, definitely a good question. And then I guess, I don't know if I missed any questions or not.
I don't think so.
We've
got Miss Jenna praying for us. I know we have lots of other people praying for us. We appreciate that. Yeah.
So if you've got any questions, drop them in here. Pop them in the chat here. We'd love to answer any questions that you might have, or any comments. We love to dialogue over. But I do want to share, while you're asking questions, a little bit about the Kids on Trail that we're doing, the program we're doing. So in addition to daily vlogs, so I'm a children's author. And so part of my branding, I'm in and out of a whole lot of schools.
Yeah.
And kids love to hear about the adventures that we go on. And so I tell a lot of stories, and that's when they really light up. I'm also known as the treasure hunt guy because in a lot of my books, I've created real life treasure hunts. And these treasure hunts range from anywhere from the first one we did had almost $5,000 worth of gold and silver that we hid across the United States.
3 different treasures. Another book that had 5 different treasures.
Yeah. Another book that had 4 different tokens that we hid that had prizes associated with those. So I'm known as the treasure guy and the adventure guy in these schools. And so they love to hear about treasure hunts and schools, or treasure hunts and adventures. And they just light up when that happens. And so I thought it would be fun, since I won't be in schools this spring doing any school visits, that we take kids on trail with us.
Yeah.
And so I put it out there that if anyone was interested in following along with our journey, and we've had a lot so far who are very interested. So
Teachers
maybe
want to take their classes basically on the journey with us.
So like classrooms that are going to follow us, and that's anywhere from private school, public school, and homeschool that are going to follow along our journey. And if you're watching this, you may be interested in that. You're either your classroom following along, or if you're a homeschool family and you want your household to follow along, we'd love to have you join us on the adventure. And to do that, so go to our Facebook page. You can find that in our description on this channel. Go to the Facebook page. I have a post about it. It's Kids on Trail. And if or just send me a private message that just says that you're interested in learning more about it. Send me a message. I'd love to, or even after this, don't put it in the chat now, but after this post, then put it in the comments that you want to know more about Kids on Trail, and we'll reach out to you.
Yeah.
Or you can email us, coateshiking@gmail or Yahoo. coateshiking@yahoo.com. You can email at COATS, no E in Coates.
And that email is in the description as well.
Yeah. Coates Hiking. And if you send us an email and say you want to know more information about Kids on Trail, then I'll be happy to send you information about it, because we have a lot of classrooms that are following along. I'm actually sending out information this weekend to all those teachers, and so I think it's a fun thing to do.
Yeah.
But we thought, as part of just who I am, that I want to bring kids along with us on the adventure. So what we'll do is, in addition to our daily vlogs, every Monday we're going to be releasing a closer to 20 to 25 minute long, potentially, video. It could be shorter, but it'll be a little more hearty to it, I guess, of a video every Monday that we're going to be released for the Kids on Trail. So we're just doing once a week, but inside of that, we're going to have kids are going to be able to submit questions to us to ask.
We'll answer those questions.
So we're going to answer questions. We're going to talk about...
We'll define some terms like trail.
Yeah, trail terminology to help understand whether it's hiking or Appalachian Trail specific. Then we're going to take a few minutes to talk about just what I'm calling talk about nature. That it's going to be a minute to talk about what the environment is like, whether we're talking about plants or animals or conditions,
insects, weather,
all kinds of the elements of the trail. And in particular, where we are that week,
right,
and some of the elements that we've encountered. So there'll be an educational component from that standpoint.
We'll give them opportunity to predict where we'll be next time, what we might encounter, what animals we might see, what weather we might have, temperatures, how many miles we'll be doing, stuff like that. So we'll update them.
And I've already heard from some teachers that they're going to print out a map, and they're going to track us along the way and put little dots as we, our little pin or something as we go along the trail, and track us along the way. And so that's going to be fun for us, just an additional thing that we have. And then the final thing I guess we're going to do is we're going to offer a weekly challenge to them of getting outside and doing something, some kind of adventure, whether it's a physical challenge or a project to do, but something that'll be that won't be dependent on. It's not going to necessarily be like, hey, go out there and you have to take a hike, but a challenge for them to get outside and enjoy the outdoors. And so,
And
Be fun.
Andy, thumbs up here, is a children's author, so who knows? A book might come out of this
Yeah.
experience too. A children's
We'll
book,
see.
going on an adventure or something.
So in my first, the first treasure we hid in 3 different locations, and one of the locations to that treasure was actually just off of the Appalachian Trail at Mount Camerer. And so for us, that's a special place. We've climbed Mount Camerer or hiked Mount Camerer many times in many different conditions.
Yeah.
And we left some treasure up there. It's been found, so you don't have to go looking for it. But all those have been found. But
will we go live on trail at any time? Like maybe if we're at
I think so.
shelter,
I think probably looking at, my guess would be about a quarter of the way, like every 20 or 25% of the trail that we accomplish, we'll probably go live to just answer some questions and just have some dialogue and conversation versus just the interaction through comments. We'll be able to be live and answer questions.
Yeah.
We are
comments and emails. We'll be keeping up with that as best we can.
Yeah.
Every time we go into town, I'll try to catch up on that.
And then we will be looking at
yes, leave no trace will be one of the terms that we define. So we'll talk all about those principles and all that.
Probably pretty early with that one, because that's a very important thing for the trail, not just the AT, but for people getting out there.
Yes, absolutely.
And so we lived out west for a while, and we noticed the difference of hiking out east versus out west. Out west, the leave no trace principles are followed a whole lot more than they are out east, and so that's going to be important to us.
I don't know that I ever saw a piece of trash.
Yeah.
On trail, in town, when we were in Colorado.
Yeah, we hiked
California.
In Colorado, in particular, a lot of the 14ers that we've hiked, you won't find any trash. People do a really good job out there. But
I would say they spoil me now. Everywhere else I go, I'm like, look at this trash on the ground.
So we will be pushing that pretty strong and teaching that element, because I think it's very, very important.
Yeah, because it's more than just trash. So that'll be.
Yeah, it's not leaving a trace.
Yeah.
And one of the big things right now is people talk about the orange peels. Like, people just throw an orange peel, and it takes forever for those to decompose.
Yeah. But staying on trail, not to disturb the tundra.
So that's gonna be fun. Any questions pop up while I was doing that?
No, I've been
tracking,
cutting you off and answering them basically.
Gotcha. So we are a week away before we head out, and this will be probably
We do have one.
Probably our last live that we'll do for a while. It might be sometime around either Hot Springs or Damascus. We might do one. Probably closer to Damascus would be my guess for the next live that we'll do. But we will be very, very interactive. Christy's following comments, so she'll be interactive in the comments. And then our social medias won't be like our Facebook and Instagram. We'll try to keep those updated along the way, but we won't be as interactive as we will be on YouTube.
We won't be active. If people comment or something, we'll do our best to respond, but we won't make that a way that we reach out and communicate.
So the best way to communicate, if you wanted to reach out, whether that's that you say, hey, we'd love to help you along the way, like many of you already have, comment, you can do it through comments, but probably the best way to reach out is going to be through that email. Shoot us an email, Coates Hiking, COATS, no E.
Like a jacket.
CoatesHiking@yahoo.com, and shoot us an email, and we'll be checking that as often as possible. And we'd love to try to make it work out. If you're wanting to help out with, we have been reaching out about resupplying or offering different rides to us and shuttling us different places. We'll try to make that happen as often as we can schedule it and make it work out. If we can make it work out, then we will. Just realize that we are also, for us, we're going to be, hitting at a pretty quick pace. And the logistics of when you're watching us on the vlogs, just know we're a week ahead of that. So it could be a 100 to 120 mile, 130, 40 mile difference of where we are on the daily vlog versus where we physically are at the time.
But
so
yes, we do hope to meet Fresh Ground. We're already following their social media and all that.
Yeah,
to see if
we're following his social media.
If we know that we'll be close, then we'll try to make it work.
Yeah.
They're like celebrities. That'd be really cool to see them.
He is, yeah.
He is.
So we definitely want to try to catch him. That'd be a goal. Like if we see on his Instagram that he's somewhere, we may try to hustle on up there. Or I don't think I'll ever go backwards for fresh ground, but it depends on what he's cooking.
Yeah.
Like I might hike backwards for a good hot dog or hamburger or something, or a big breakfast. We'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll try to follow along for sure. I know he gets started sometime. I think he's maybe already be up there. Usually mid-February, he hits the trail. So we'll see if we catch him.
Yeah.
Sometime in if our pace hits into a bubble that he might be in, because he moves a lot and he works his way up the trail. You never know. That would be definitely ideal if we could get to see him at some point for sure.
We did have a question. What are you most concerned or worried about? Or what's just anything that we're concerned or worried about?
It won't happen for a little while, but maybe ticks. I know up north in the Northeast, just dealing with ticks in general. I wouldn't say I'm too concerned about them like a whole lot, but
we'll just do a daily tick check.
Yeah,
that'll help.
And we have built-in tick checkers with each other, which helps.
Yeah,
and so she'll be able to check me, and I can check her to make sure. We got one of those little tick remover key things to be able to pop them off.
A little easier, maybe.
But we've already talked to our doctor, our primary, and he's on standby to send us the antibiotic prescription if we need it, just in case. And wherever we are, he'll be able to shoot that and submit that in for us.
For me, I'd say ailments in general is what I'm most concerned or worried about. Just something, something that makes it just really difficult, whether it's sickness or injury, bite, sprain, or,
Right.
But other than that, at this point, maybe I'm too ignorant, but I'm not worried about much else,
Yeah.
Safety, weather, those things I'm not concerned about. I'm cautious of and aware of course, careful for, but they're not, I wouldn't say they worry me.
But we did have someone on one of our videos make a comment, or maybe it was even a thread that we were part of, asking if Christy was going to take bear spray with her.
Yeah. I've had that question a lot.
Yeah.
More than anything else.
And I'm not going to let her take bear spray, because I'm too worried that in the middle of the night, she's going to hear the bear next to her snoring, and I'm going to catch a face full of mace. So
it could happen.
I'm not letting her take any bear spray.
It could happen.
She can outrun me. So they say that's the best thing, is just be able to outrun the person you're with, and she can outrun me. So,
but for our loved ones back home who are genuinely concerned about bears and things like that, a lot of people, I mean, you do never know, but most people who are very experienced have said the animals, including bears, are more afraid of us. We just keep a lookout.
Yeah.
We take precautions. We don't have scented things in food at camp and things like that. And,
they'll be in a bear bag. We're not going to sleep with our food or anything.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll be even more cautious in places like the Smokies, Shenandoah, New Jersey.
I'm counting on my AT stench to scare them off.
Well, they'll smell that food even more, but
Oh, no.
But like it's a little different than when you're hiking out west, and that these bears, I mean, a big black bear, you're looking at 400 to 500 pounds, not a 1,200 pound grizzly.
Not like a grizzly.
Yeah.
But still, it's the bear.
Still a bear. It's still a bear, but we can be loud and big to a bear. And we've bumped into on hiking enough. We bumped into bears before in the Appalachia area, and that we know that they're definitely out there. We've seen a big mama before with her cubs,
but being together, like we are 100% the two of us, so that helps having a partner. But Susan, that is a big reason why we're starting as early as we are and wanting to go as fast as we're planning to go, is to get ahead of the heat, and try to avoid the high concentration of ticks
Yeah,
get past it.
February is a little early for it's getting more and more people are starting in February, but it's still not in the bubbles yet. It's March 1st, March 15th, April 1st, April 15th. There's still the 4 major days that people have signed up to start hiking. And we're doing February, one, to get ahead of the bubble to avoid
People on trail.
all the viruses as
Right.
much as possible, to get ahead of that. But yeah, it means cold weather, but I much rather hike in cold than hot.
Yeah.
You'll think I'm hiking. You'll when you see the two of us in the vlogs, you're gonna think I'm hiking sometime in late spring, early summer, and that she's hiking in mid-January because she'll be bundled up and I'll be in short sleeves.
We like to keep the mystery.
Yeah, so you may not know the date that we're actually hiking.
You might not know
is,
the temperature.
The temperature either.
Yeah.
But I love to hike in 25 to 40 degree temperature is probably the ideal temperatures for me to be hiking in. And, because I like it cold where I get a little bit on the crystals of ice on the beard from
So
hiking.
I have a neck gaiter, a buff
And
over my face.
she'll
pretty
be
much
looking
whole
like the
time.
kid from the Christmas Story, all bundled up, hiking down trail. We did Rainier, and I was in short sleeves, and she was in a puffy. So, the multiple reasons starting. The big beat tick season as much as possible. We're still gonna hit it. We're gonna hit spring up in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Connecticut, where there's a lot of ticks that show up in that part.
But we should be hiking away from the heat.
Yeah.
The hotter it gets, the more north we're going. So, yeah.
But it can still get hot up north. But we'll be early summer getting
Yeah.
to the whites. So that's our hope. So any other questions pop up before we wrap this thing
That's a
up?
good idea. Lint roller on the pant legs.
For ticks?
Yeah, for tall grass
There you go.
sections. Good idea.
Roll them off of there. Yeah, hopefully we won't have to deal with that until we get past Virginia. I think we'll be moving pretty quick. That ticks will probably not be a factor until we get into Pennsylvania, be my guess. We'll see. Yep. All right. Anything else before we wrap up?
Susan, I hope we have the same experience.
Well, thank you for joining us tonight. We're just shy of an hour. Thanks for spending the hour with us. And we are 1 week away. And I'll probably drop a video sometime that a travel day video sometime, if not in the weekend while we're there. It might be the first part of that next week. And then officially be kicking off March 1st. We'll be dropping the first video.
Thank you.
So follow along. I know many of you who are on here are following along.
Yeah.
Appreciate all the encouragement. You guys have been so supportive.
Yes.
And we really appreciate it.
Yes, very much. Thank you.
We definitely, for us, one final thing, we are hoping that sometime on trail that we can hit the 1,000 subscriber mark.
Yes.
And get those watch hours up. Because
we need 4,000 watch hours.
4,000 watch
for
hours
monetization.
in order to monetize, because I know we have people who've asked about membership and what are we doing about membership. Well, until we hit that, we can't start a membership. So I know some of you followed like the Six Pack, and you heard about us through Six Pack Hikers, and they were able to do that. They were monetized, so they were able to do the membership. We can't do that until we have 1,000 subscribers plus 4,000 watch hours.
Yeah.
And we're guessing, and we're at 850-ish right now on subscribers, somewhere around there. So we maybe even before we hit trail, be pretty close. We should break 900 before
But those
trail.
watch hours, we'll be posting a video every single day. So
Every day, that helps. We're guessing probably
might be a couple weeks.
within 2 weeks that those watch hours will probably get us up there. And then you'll be seeing something about if you're interested in joining from a membership standpoint. So. And at that point, then we'll probably drop some extra videos for those members, some lives and things like that. So but thanks for all the support.
Yes.
If you're interested, again, like the Kids on Trail, or just want to talk about how you can support and help along the way, or just to reach out with any questions you have, coateshiking@yahoo.com. You can follow us on our social media. We're both pretty active right now on Facebook, and then I guess on Instagram too. I just get everything sent to me or send to Instagram from Facebook. But the Andy Coates for me, and then what's your Facebook?
I don't even know, Christy CC something. I don't even know what my Instagram is.
Yeah. Anyway, you'll be able to find us on there. You search Christy Coates. It's spelled Cristi. You'll find her Instagram. All right. Well, thanks for joining us tonight, and we will see you out there on trail. And yeah, feel free to reach out. We'll see you out there.
Thank you.
Thanks.